We work with our, discharge planners to try to really think through, like, how will this really look like at home, right? Like, are both parents available? I think a lot of people assume, if we refer to a home care agency, like, okay, they have a nurse at home, but I always bring up a lot of times the nurses may not be able to show up. We've experienced a lot of nursing shortage, especially these last few years in the pandemic. And I think we always tell the inpatient physicians, like, you can't rely on the fact that there's going to be a home nurse just because you made the referral, right? And we really have to make sure the families are very comfortable doing the care on their own, because there's a very high possibility that they will have to do that a lot of the times. And so we really focus on, like, really good education, really enforcing teach back with the families, because we don't want to rely sometimes on these community agencies, which have just really struggled to provide consistent service for the family. And same with sort of not just only getting the service, but the quality of the service. Again, I think if you don't experience sort of what it's like as the family or being with the family at home, not every home nurse, may be knowledgeable about the child's condition or their medication regimen, et cetera. So I think it's so critical to, again, make sure families, especially if they're going home the first time, really feel comfortable doing everything independently and being able to teach, somebody who's also new and getting to know their child. And so I think it's a lot of reinforcement that, the families need to kind of like know all the regimen, have someone else as a backup, ideally, within their own sort of network outside of, home care agencies, because the reality is they just can't always get that service.